All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakah, Quadash, the Bonds, the Apostles, and GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. Um, so I'm just gonna show this clip. It's probably gonna be like at least a minute or two, just to pretty much going to the point. But it's to show that how pretty much the quote unquote black woman really doesn't have much power left, anyways. The only reason they even have a remotely amount of power is because we're still around. But these women ain't catching it that they don't have the police on their side like that anymore. The alphabet group does, and they got the high and mighty spirit, high minded spirit on them, and they can't see it. So left and right, I've been getting articles, and I don't even do videos on women like that. Have been getting articles about black women being getting killed by boyfriends, from Jake to Edomites to even the cops. So if these women haven't learned from the last incident, from the latest incident, that Edomite shot down a black woman, I forgot her name already. They just too stuck in their ways. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip real quick.
Hi there. Hi. You know why I stopped you? No. When you turned on Alexander from McKee, you went right through the stop sign. I didn't. Force up one of those after me. Affirmative, go ahead. I didn't. You got your driver's license? I'm clear. You start 105, please. You have your ID, ma'am? I don't. You don't? I just left from my friend's house. I don't. My purse is there. What's that? I said I don't. My purse is at my friend's house. Okay. All right, so you don't have any ID on you whatsoever? No, but I didn't run through no stop signs. So. Yeah, you did. I didn't. Okay. All right, what's your name? What's your name, ma'am? Hello? What's your name? Hey, I'm talking to you. I hear you. Okay, you have to identify yourself. 1 second. No, this is not how that works. No, because you just pulled me over when I literally just parked. Okay. And I'm pulling up to pick up my friend. Okay. I'm confused on why I even got. It's very simple. You just ran a stop sign. I didn't, though. Yeah, you did. Okay. I need.
Now I'm gonna fast forward to just a little bit.
Step out of the car. No. Yes. Listen, this is going to go a couple ways, okay? You can either listen, we can do this easy, or you... Right, but, okay, so let me see me running the stop sign. You got your cam on, right? We have cameras, yes. Okay, so let me see it. No, I'm not showing you the camera. Well, I'm about to call my lawyer, and you can back the fuck up, because I don't know no fucking right. Step out of the car, or I'm going to make you step out of the car, okay? We need you to step out of the car. We can have a conversation in the back. No, that's not how this works. No, that's not how this works. Step out of the car. That is how it works, because I didn't do anything, and you're going to... If I have to put hands on you and you resist, you're going to get another charge, okay? So we just need you to step out so we don't have to force you to come out. Do it. Step out of the car. Do it. Step out of the car. Okay, step out of the car.
2024's most loved medieval game of Thrones for guys. Travel around.
Don't you fucking kick me! Bitch! Don't fucking kick me! Put your hands behind your hands! Put your hands behind your back! Give me your fucking hands!
And that's pretty much where I'm gonna cut it at. So these women ain't still catching it that they don't have the upper hand no more. At least not by a lot. The alphabet group has more of a hand, because guess what? The more wicked you are, the more you're gonna be favored. Because guess what? It's Esau who sets up who he wants to be favored to bring us down even further. So that's how the run of the game works. And once Esau finds another thing that's probably more wicked, the alphabet group is probably going to be brushed out, if that's anything else more than that. But I wouldn't be surprised putting it through Esau, or putting it past Esau, I should say, because again, Slightly. But again, you only are allowed to do the things that you want to do so long as you can be wicked about it. Legally, of course, but more wicked. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the scriptures. This is Proverbs 25 and 24. It says, "It is better to dwell with in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman and and in a wide house." Which is funny because up top it says in the message, "Better to live alone in a tumble down shack than share a mansion with a nagging spouse." That one actually made me laugh a little bit, but it's accurate. Because the thing that Esau has put into these women is, you don't need nobody, which means you can only depend on us by our money, which means you have no fear. So women grow up believing that men ain't this, men ain't this, men ain't that, ain't good for anything. They're deceptive, even though they're the ones that are deceptive. So we're painting it as the big picture of all the bad things. Meanwhile, the woman doesn't have no fear, and now that all these things have pretty much built up, it's done backfired, right? To go further into it, this is Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and call good and good evil." So they call us evil and Esau good. Why? Because Esau's giving them the luxuries, the quote unquote power for a little bit of time, the credit cards and all this other stuff, the high possibilities that every woman wants to be a nurse, because apparently that was the biggest thing, still is for some reason. A lot of these women want to be nurses, so they got the careers and all this other stuff, and boom, this is what you get. Now you get an all out scale of videos with women's talking about that we're leaving them for submissive women, and they claiming that's a bad thing. Why? Because we don't want to. Because the only thing that's going to happen if we stay with a black woman is more nagging. They sneak out on us and some more stuff. So all these, like I said, all these things that happens, they build up, and it just becomes the tumbling down domino. Now she's gonna become a wrecking ball of messes soon enough, because nobody won't want them. They show no fear to their husbands. They show no fear to cops because they used to let them get off, and now they're getting their butts beat. Right? Because why? They saying that America is good and these people are bad. So the philosophies of this society is way more valued than what we put out in general. Why? Because the benefits. That's why a lot of these other nations will come over here to make profit, of course. But then you get converters. You get people that'll convert. Well, let's just see these heathens that'll convert over and quote unquote become actual Americans. And the two options I've seen that happens with them is they either become obese or they become flames. Sometimes even both. And yes, I have seen it. I wouldn't be surprised if there were some other options that brothers might have heard that they became, if they become indoctrinated over here. So that's the problem with this place. When you hear the word freedom, you hear the word, you think of everything you could possibly you could imaginably do. So they see how we act and how we do all these things. You get someone that wants to pretty much imitate it, and boom, it's a downfall from there. This is why we are pretty much the most looked down nation upon the earth, because everybody sees how we act. Why? Because we've taken in the indoctrination or the Babylonian Jews of this place. That's why you'll see, and even now, I just done 2 videos. one with England, one with Europe, and one with Italy, talking about they trying to get black people out of there. So things are really starting to, pretty much stir up. And I'm not even just talking about this video, as far as what happened with that, but you're starting to see a lot of things. And the fact that a lot of nations look down on us as it is, tells you something. So, and this is also going towards men as well, because again, we're just as indoctrinated as the women. Because guess what? The woman just follows up after us. They just happen to sell out even more than we do. So this is Isaiah 5:11. It says, "Woe to them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink. They continue until night, till wine inflame them." And see, this is going back into what I was talking about with the indoctrinations, right? Basically being fully committed into loving this place. That's why you would get a lot of our people basically saying the same things as the Edomites would say. Or in their words, we want America better again. We want change in the government and all this other stuff. When they don't understand that the government is not meant for us. It's meant to control us. So the more that people has the false narrative or the false hope that this place is something great or was something great prior to a couple of years ago, was just an illusion. It's just the fact that they've been taken out of the comfort zone, and now they're feeling the pressure behind all these things. And so there we go. So all the things that's been swelled up in our people as far as the indoctrination, everything they knew, the lifestyle we done carried on, has become basically nothing. Basically shattered memories and stuff, to the point everybody's angry, pissed off, and so on and so forth. But again, our people is drunken too much of this wine to become inflamed, to the point that you see our people become like actual, I want to say, weirdos at this point. We take on to pretty much every winter doctrine, even the flame doctrine and all this other stuff, because it's all Babylonian stuff. It's all Babylonian juice, and this is exactly what they get. That's why I'm grateful through the power of the Heavenly Father that He got me out of it, and a lot of brothers out of it, because we can easily ended up like them. Hell, a lot of us was born into some of these things, as far as how to act or what we used to act like, I should say. And then you look back at yourself, you're like, damn, I'm glad I'm not doing these things anymore, because I could have been even more worse, right? Because that drunkenness, you lose all parts of your senses. Your conception is no longer there. So you're just kind of just like floating there. So you don't even know what you're doing at that point. You just kind of do the dumb things because it's the fad. That's why they got television. You end up doing the same thing. BET shows all these things. Guess what? Our people end up doing the same thing. Love and hip hop and all this other stuff, same thing. Which means none of these things are here to help you. It's here to keep you like a drunken slave. Basically, you're like a slave in a corner just drinking, and you're just doing whatever the owner tells you, because you feel too good, and you don't feel a thing. And you're just going lollygagging about. So that's what separates us from these people, because we're not drinking that stuff. All right? So that's pretty much all I wanted to go into. Just a quick video just to show the difference between how things was carried back then, when quote-unquote women had police protection, versus now. So, Blue Woman, this is edifying. With that, Shalom.